I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is
the Family Showdown! Hello. Welcome. Do I know you people?
I heard rumors. I heard a rumor.
Yes.
There was an impromptu chat party last night.
What? And how come, dear sir?
I may or may not be getting old.
These newfangled things called calendars.
So we, the royal we, apologize for the miscommunication. But you guys get to hang out for a little while.
Because you guys are awesome anyway.
I believe at the time that you guys were having the chat party, I was sound asleep on the couch, taking a nap. So I didn't even know that the fiasco was happening. All right.
That's all right. You guys waited around for 3 or 4 hours. That's good, neutral. 3 or 4 hours. They chatted for 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
But it works. All right, so tonight we are doing our top 10 games that we played
Okay.
for the first time this year.
Yes. Hello from Serbia. Hello.
Regardless of when they came out, Serbia.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Regardless, isn't it like really late there?
Yeah, probably.
So regardless of when they came out, they could be brand new 2022 games. They could be last year's games. They could be games from yesteryear. Days of yore.
Well, semi-spoiler alert. It appears that this is one of those years that we were very let me rephrase that because you played different games than me. I was very cult of the new-ish compared to years past. I did not play a lot of old games, and by old I mean like 3-4 plus years older.
I think it's a result of us not playing as many games this year. Our number of plays are much lower.
Yeah, that's true.
So with our limited plays, we tend to be playing mostly new stuff and not having a chance to play older stuff.
True.
We are playing older stuff, but it's stuff we've played before. So
that's true too. Like the old stuff, we have been revisiting our top 100 list, as you know, moderately well.
Right.
Moderately.
So mostly we're playing.
So that's old games that we've played before.
Yeah, brand new games or games we've already played. These are brand new first plays.
That's true.
Games.
Because if we've gone to a convention this year, which we haven't gone to as many as we've had in the past, but when we have gone, we've been trying to play new games that we can't get a hold of or whatever. So. Yeah, it's been kind of a different year. It's been one of those years where not a lot of older games.
So the picture's hazy. Are we out of focus, maybe?
Hazy?
It looks fine on our screen. Maybe not.
Might be the internet. It just kind of did a little thing. I don't know. Anyway, interesting. Greetings.
Let's do it. Let's kick it off.
All we gotta do is
where's our bam bam bum? I don't even know where that is.
Oh, where'd you put that
over there?
Oh, yes, it is. Excuse me. Do.
Sound is a bit high. I can lower the sound a little bit.
Okay, you didn't think very fast. Did you see that? You didn't think very fast.
I'm trying to make things better for Pete.
Hey, that's it. Sound is noisy, huh? And the audio?
I turned it down a little bit. It was a little high. It doesn't help. Maybe it'll help.
Is that better, peeps?
I don't know.
We haven't even gotten rowdy yet. That's terrible.
All right. Bam, bam, bum.
Dream sequence filter.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. You get cut.
Oh, it's stuck.
You pick up the whole desk? That's not much of a cut. Who hates football more?
You love football. I like football.
All right, so who's going first?
Me. Just to mix it up.
Yeah, make it difficult on me. Right, let's go.
Number 10.
My number 10. I'm going first. This is great. It's a little game. It's called A Little Wordy. You got it? You push the button? Push the button. Push the button.
I push the button. There's nothing in it.
You have to set it to...
No, you...
I turned them off. You have to leave them on?
Yes.
Whoops. Okay, well, I'll just tell you about it then. They won't do that to Hunter.
Is every one of them turned off?
Yes. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness, I can't even see this.
I can fix it later if you want while you're talking. I'll fix it while you're talking in a bit. I think. So, hey, they're popping on the screen now. A little wordy. It's a cute little word game. Cute little word game. And it's a little bit different than some of the others because, you know, they're coming out a dime a dozen these days where you've got this game and copies, an app you've been playing or this and that, and they're all kind of starting to feel a little samey. This one felt a little bit different because of what you get to do with it. It's like a reverse of a lot of the games that we play, right? You get the letters and you're trying to make things, but you get to get clues. You get to choose your clues. And somebody's got, oh no. Sorry, a little out of focus tonight. But you get to choose what level of clue you want. They're kind of points based and stuff, right? And so the better the clue, the more expensive it's going to be for you. So if you're feeling pretty confident, you might just want a little clue. And then you go from there and you get to guess the word and whatnot. I think it's a lot of fun. I really like the game of something different. It's cute. I feel like this is one that really clicked well with like Hunter seemed to enjoy it a lot. It's one of those I think clicks well with others in general. Excuse me. So it has a better chance of hitting the table because, you know, I really love word games and stuff, but not always people around me like to play those. So those are hard for me to get to the table. This one I think is going to be easy to get to the table, and it's really cute. It's like a win-win.
So who's playing this with you?
Apparently my students now because I heard that.
Someone, Zeris put cellulose because I didn't like it. It was just 10. I liked how that was.
Because you didn't like it, it's his 10.
I didn't dislike it. It just didn't feel good enough to purchase.
That's funny.
I guess that's dislike it, right? My number 10 is not a little wordy.
Is it a lot wordy?
It is Hippocrates.
Oh, Hippocrates.
So,
It's on my, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you.
you just want to say it was on your short list, but it didn't make your list.
I didn't say that.
You
No, that's not what I said. I was going to say it was on my number 6.
What? You're number 6. Anyway, you didn't like this one as much as I did. So this is a brand new. It came in Kickstarter.
I like
it came
it.
in
I like it.
like a month ago, maybe something like that.
Something like that.
I like it. It's a good one. It's a it's card drafting game, maybe tableau building, maybe
Kind of.
resource management. So basically, your doctors, you are going and helping people that are sick. You take those, you're drafting the sick people, and you got to find a way to cure them. You do this by hiring doctors, and you have to pay the doctors, and those doctors use different types of medicines to fix the people. So a person might need a certain types of medicine, green, it's all colors, green, blue, purple medicines, and certain doctors can distribute blue medicines, and some can do purple, some can do several different kinds. It just depends on how powerful the doctor is. And it's basically a contract fulfillment. So the doctors, after they cure a certain number of patients, they are completed and they go away, and you get points for that. I think it's cool game.
You know, you say powerful doctors, but they only cure like 3 patients, and then they're like, I'm out. So it's
a short-term contract. Like a week.
They make so much money, they're like, I retire. That's my take on it.
Maybe a week.
They retire happily.
Yeah, this one.
That's the only thing that's weird to me.
Yeah, the only minus I can have this game, why it's a little further down the list, is that you have kind of a dummy. You have dummy players that draft. They kind of almost not randomly, but they have a pattern of how they draft, but it's almost random how they take certain things away from you. So you have to kind of judge. Okay, well that one's gonna get taken away, so I need to go ahead and grab that one up because the dummy players are going to do it. I assume there's 4 players for every player account. I'm guessing for 2 players there's 2 dummy players. I bet for 3 players there's that 1 dummy player because it's just the way it's cycled through the cards. If you don't have those ghost players, whatever you want to call them, cycling the cards, you're not going to get more choices that are coming along.
True. So. Dano's got it right. Their last day of work before retiring the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they do only fill 1, 2, or 3 contracts.
Yeah, it's like they just fill out a few and they're like, that's it. They're full. Their life is fulfilled.
I thought you would like this one more because it's very puzzly and how the doctors
I do like it a lot. But here's the problem. The list that we created, I did not even discuss that at the beginning, how difficult this list was to make. I did mention to you that on a given day, I could probably change this list up because I really enjoyed some of these games, but some of them, it's been a while since we played them too. So new play might go,
Yeah,
you know.
I can see that.
So good pick, good pick. It is a good pick.
Let's roll.
Number 9.
Number
9, I apparently have been mispronouncing.
Really?
Yes. Because I thought it was 2 words. And apparently it's 1 word. So, I like the game Boone Lake. It's not Boone Lake.
Hold on.
It's Boone Lake.
It's like extra work I got to do here.
Yeah, apparently it's 1 word. According to BGG, to me, I thought, oh, different font, it's 2 different words. Clever, ha ha ha. No, 1 word. Boone Lake. So I said
I would
wrong.
think you would pronounce it the same.
Boone Lake. No,
Boone Lake.
no, Boone Lake.
Boone Lake?
Boone
It's
Lake.
the same.
It's not the same. It's subtle. It's subtle.
It's the
It's there
same.
though. It's subtle.
No.
It's different. It's different. Aren't you glad you're here? This one is one that I want to play again soon because the details are starting to get fuzzy because we played this very early in the year.
Correct.
And we haven't had a chance to play it again. And I just remember the essential, like the initial, wow, this is really fun. I've really enjoyed this. We need to play this again soon. Ha ha ha, famous last words. Here we are. But you're on a lake. Apparently it's Boone Lake. What, you don't like my story?
No.
Oh, well.
So this one there is kind of you're building out a board, you're like putting out little settlements, spreading out on a board. They're the
On a lake.
the gimmick, it's actually a river. I don't know if it's a lake. There's a river you're traveling down.
And this is a
boat.
false advertising, and I'm going to sue. Anyway, go ahead and continue. I like this.
Somewhere, I assume. But
Lake somewhere.
yeah, but the gimmick, whatever however you want to call it, is the action selection system. It has like these little tiles that are stacked up on a little special little board, and if you take a tile higher up on the list, you get a cooler power. You get more movement points, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
If you do one that's further down, you don't get as many
cool
movement
stuff.
points. And if you even go further down, you have to like pay money to even take the tile.
Why?
So, and when you take the tile, it comes off and everything shifts up and it moves all the way to the bottom. So
That is the coolest thing. Like, I'm glad to see that there's been more games starting to do that because that's one of the things, the mechanisms I really enjoy with that because you're looking at it the whole time going, I really want to do this again. It's slowly creeping back up my list. Okay, it's worth it. I'm going to pay a little bit, and you get that. And it's just
a lot of games are using similar mechanisms in that they punish you for doing the same action over and over again. Just like Arc Nova is the same way. You basically have you have 5 different actions you can pick. When you take an action, it's a certain power, but then it comes off, it goes to the front of the line, everything shifts up, and now it's a very, very weak action. That seems to be a recurring theme in a lot of the newer games, where you can do any action you want, but it's not going to be as good.
there's a price. Yeah.
It's not going to be as good as if you wait and let it recharge, I guess is the way.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, recharging. That's how I call it too. And I love that. I love that a lot. And I'm really wanting to play that again. The more we talk about it, I'm like, oh yeah. The more I start to remember it again, the more I really, really want to play it.
I recall us saying we wanted to play it almost immediately again.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And
Had we the time, we would have too.
And it happened. All right, my number 9. Let's see what it is. I don't know. It'll be a surprise. Let's see. Core World Empire. Core Worlds Empire. So we love Core Worlds. I still think I like Core Worlds a little better than Core World Empires. This one makes it into a full-blown board game. If you're familiar with Core Worlds, or if you're not, I can tell you how it works. It's a deck-building game. You're basically conquering planets. You get the planets that are going to give you points. In this game, it's all just kind of a tableau and a deck that you're doing. There's not really a board or anything. In this one, it takes that same kind of mechanism and feel, but now you have a big board that you're going out and you're actually moving around. When you attack planets, you're actually moving around on the board to do that. it gives it more of a spatial kind of thing going on rather than just a pile of cards in front of you. It's got direct player interaction. You actually can attack each other and do things like that, which the Core Worlds game doesn't have at all. There's none of that. It's more of a race to get the planets, get points, but there's not that direct conflict, whereas Core Worlds is more, I wouldn't call it a 4X game, but it kind of gets that feel that you're building up troops, you're going out exploring, you're conquering planets, you're attacking other players. It makes it a little more like a big space kind of theme, opera, whatever you call it, space opera, where you're doing all kinds of stuff rather than just building out a tableau. So
it really is.
It's kind of, I guess it would, a comparison in feel would maybe be Core World Empires is to Terraforming Mars as it's.
That's fair.
Even though there is a board that you're doing in areas, but it's more of a focus on your cards and what's going on with your cards than building out a board.
That's totally fair. But it's funny, like you said, the comparison is kind of not the same in that I feel like Terraforming Mars I like better.
Yeah.
And Core Worlds I like a hair more than the Empires one. Yeah. Which is odd, because usually I'm like, whoa, Core Worlds, but this was like, whoa, that's a lot of Core Worlds.
Well, there's a lot more. It's more to teach, more to do.
But like, we haven't touched it again with a game group for a long time because we had played it. Our internet, I swear.
Yeah, it's
just when we thought we had that fixed. It says no data.
It's back.
It says it has no data.
It's back.
Okay.
It's back. Maybe we're back.
I hope we're back.
Hello.
Sorry, y'all.
Hello.
Okay, so there it goes again. Okay. Can I talk?
Let me look.
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Hey, can I finish?
Okay, I'm finished.
Okay, I'm finished.
Yes,
you're fine. You're fine.
So we're back now. They're saying looking better. Thank you all. Y'all are awesome. Stella. My feed is Stella. No, it's not Stella.
Our internet's not Stella.
Our internet is not Stella. No, it's not just you. It is not just you. All right, so Stella. Back to Stella. Dixit Universe. We have played out Dixit. Like, we have played. I can't say played out because I still love that game a lot. But we played it so much that some of the cards were starting to have their own like backstory to where if they showed up, we couldn't even use them. So, that's how much we played it. So getting Stella is like a whole new like breath of fresh air, breathe some life into Dixit, and it's also a little bit of a twist on it. And I really enjoyed that because correct me if I'm wrong because it's been a while since we played this too. But you get like a theme or something and trying to guess pick cards that go with it.
It's a one word,
like a one word theme, right?
Words. Like, yeah,
almost reminds me like compatibility in that. For those of you that have played that, where you're like have a word and you need to pick the card out of your deck that best reminds you of that, and then you're going to have the person who's at that turn is going to be picking and voting, right? Or is everyone voting?
You get to pick on.
Gosh, I'm like.
You basically get to pick how many you think you'll match.
That's what it is. That's what was the cool twist to it.
Right.
Yeah, you're picking how many you're going to guess. Everyone's going to get right or whatnot. And so you're gambling a little bit on your hand being applicable to the card or theme or whatever it is that comes out, which is kind of fun. And a lot of other different factors because you all know the Dixit cards are off the wall crazy. The other cool thing about this is because they are the same kinds of cards, you could shuffle in your Dixit cards and all the filler cards and stuff into this game and use it too interchangeably, and vice versa. Another cool thing.
The little grid system.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's really cool. It's like they took it to the next level.
You don't have to do the whole storytelling thing. It takes that out of it.
No, it takes that out. So if you're a little hesitant to play that game, you're like, I'm not feeling creative tonight, or you're not wanting to blurt out random things to people, you're not feeling like really outgoing or something. This one's a little more laid back, a little chill, kind of pulls it in a little bit, but you still get the enjoyment that you get out of playing Dixit. And I love that. I think this is going to make it much more accessible for everybody. And you can still interchangeably use all the cards. But this one is one that's going to be a keeper for a long time. I'm really excited to have this one.
It's all right.
Shush you.
My number 8
is
Origins First Builders. So, this is a dice I guess dice drafting. No, dice placement, not dice drafting. Dice placement game. You have basically the theme, which is almost not there, is that some aliens came to the Earth and influenced all these different, the Egyptians and the Incans and everybody, to be able to have the leap in technology they supposedly had that is kind of almost unexplained. But anyway, so that's kind of the theme that's not there. But you're basically placing dice, you're getting actions, you use those actions to draft tiles, you put those tiles in a tableau, and they have abilities, proximity things going on, and then you have the dice, and similar to Teotihuacan, they kind of go up in numbers, and then eventually you can retire them,
cool,
and they become advisors and all sorts of stuff. So it's a cool little game. I like how the tableau building works, and it has the way the tiles go together. You get little tiles. It leaves a little gap to put a die in. So basically, you can take a die and put it in there, and it activates the powers of the tiles that match the color. When you're doing the dice placement, there's restrictions on where you can go number-wise, and also if you use the color, there's like I think 6 different colors of the places you can go, and if you match the color to the die color to the place, you get a superpower. So there's kind of some, do I want to go here and get an ability? Oh, but if I go over here, I get a bonus because it's the right color and stuff like that. So it's a cool little game. Probably need to play like all of these.
Yeah,
we need to play them again. It's a good one. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Stop buying new stuff. We gotta catch up.
Maybe done with buying for a while, maybe.
I'm glad I was sitting down for that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We got our shelf of shame is getting.
It's kind of scary, yeah.
Getting pretty.
By the way, thanks Tommy for getting me hooked on these sparkling ice things, and now I'm like, I have to have like these all the time now.
I will say, they're disgusting.
Blasphemy. This is the only sparkling water I like. I don't like this.
Finish one of those.
I usually don't like them. I like these.
So gross.
I'm a fan.
No, they're gross. Sparkling.
Number 7.
All right.
It's my turn. My turn. This is good. I love this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This game, I don't know, man. On a different day, this would be my number 1.
Oh, jeez.
I know. This is ridiculous, and it's ridiculously awesome. And it is the incredibly zany game of Gimme That. It's actually called Gimme That with a potato. It's the potato game with a pencil.
Yeah.
Okay. Bear with me. Everybody gets a sheet of paper. It is? Where?
It's right on top of it.
Is it? Oh, I gotta show you guys this.
Well, they got the picture of the game.
It's not the same. I'm gonna open this bad boy.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's a movie.
Live unboxing?
A live unboxing on a top 10. Oh, maybe.
What are you gonna show a pad of paper and a tie?
Yes, I am. Maybe.
The game is a pad of paper, a die.
The plastic is defeating me.
Does it come with pencils? I don't even know.
No, one solitary
pencil, but does it come with a pencil?
One sharpened.
Does it come with a pencil?
Yes. One pencil.
You're very excited about a pad of paper.
Okay. Just everybody gets one of these. It comes with stickers for the victor. It even this kills me. Space for one pencil, and then the wackadoodle die. So everybody gets a piece of paper. There are 100 potatoes on this paper. You're not hooked yet. You're like, what is wrong with you? Everybody gets this. One person gets the pencil. Your goal is to write 1 through 100 on this. Still not sold. No, because it sounds stupid, right?
Yeah.
But
sounds stupid.
Listen, you played it and you loved it.
That was pretty good.
So, as you're writing this frantically, because you start a little slow, okay? But then everybody starts rolling this dice, and everybody else that's not writing has to do this quickly. And they have different things like, you do stupid things like pound on the table and pass the paper to the left, so someone might just go yoink, and we do the sound effects. And you steal the paper, so you get a different one. You have to start over, and you're going like crazy. So it's cycling around. You're not even keeping your paper. It's chaos. And then all of a sudden, somebody gets the gimme that pencil. So I'm writing away, and Hunter's just like, whoop, takes it, and he starts writing. And the goal is to be able to write 100 all the way through. First game we played, it's ridiculous. Gaming Life was writing 100, had the 1 and the first 0, and they got the pencil stolen. chaos ensued. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. This game is ridiculous.
It is pretty insane.
It's insane. And if you want a complete break from the usual stuff,
it was great because they were demoing this at Gen Con, and a group would play this. And then as soon as the game ended, the entire group would walk over and buy the game.
Every time.
And the next group would come in. I said,
Typically
watch multiple groups play, and they at least one person in each group bought a copy of the game because they were done buying it.
It's stupidly hilarious. While we were playing it, we had so many people come by and go, "What are you playing?" Every time.
At one point, I yelled, "Give me that," and grabbed, I think it was Gamey Wire's pencil, and it launched it across the room.
And of course, then it's like, oh, I'm losing points because everyone's like, I'm still rolling. You just keep going.
It was pretty crazy.
So, yes, this is one of those where I'm like, okay, if you're feeling a little crazy, you got to play Give Me That.
This was my second purchase at Gen Con.
Yeah, so there you go. Now y'all know. It may be not your type of game. It's kind of like,
it is loud, it is obnoxious.
It's loud, it's kind of rowdy, it's hilarious. So there you go.
Let's move on to a more sedate game.
Why would you do that?
A printing press.
Okay, we're playing wavelength. We've got on a scale of Give Me That to
there's printing involved, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
Gutenberg.
Don't even try to. No.
I think all my games are almost all of them are Euro games. But anyway. Gutenberg. So this is a game about the printing press. So you're basically drafting different colors of ink. You're drafting little typesets, and you're basically have contract. It's a contract fulfillment game. You have like you need a certain set of letters and certain colors, and you basically fulfill this contract. You can fulfill the basics of the contract, or you can do extras. Like if you get certain colors of ink, you get a bonus, and if you have certain abilities, you have different tracks you can go up for. Maybe I'm better at typesetting, or maybe I'm better at colors, or I'm better at this other thing. If you're a certain level in that, then you can get a bonus. If you get all the bonuses, then you get a super bonus. So it's like there's a basic contract, there's two bonus things you can do, and if you do all three, then you get an additional bonus. So it's a...
You're a really good printer.
Yeah. So it's a contract fulfillment game. It's moving up tracks. Yeah. It's worker placement-ish, but it's more action selection. So the gimmick, they all have gimmicks, is the action selection is in secret. So you have all these little cubes, and you have 5 or 6 different actions you can do, and you assign cubes to those actions. So maybe I have 8 cubes I can distribute among 6 actions. So maybe I really want to do this one action, so I'll put 3 cubes there. Or if I don't care about this action at all, I don't want to take it, I put 0 cubes there. Then everyone reveals, and whoever has the most cubes on each action gets the first choice of the action. So if Rebecca puts 2 cubes and I put 1, then she gets to go first. She gets first choice. So it's a very interesting way to do that, because if you like, I got to have this one thing. Maybe I'll put 4 cubes on that one thing, but then I'm foregoing probably doing 2 other actions by doing that, right? So it's a very puzzly choice on just how to do the action, and the secret action thing is important. And the tiebreaker is whoever's the start player, and the start player moves around the board. So maybe Rebecca's the start player, so she's has.
I might be a little more relaxed about it, right?
So she puts 2 cubes. I have to put 3 to be able to go before her. So it's really cool. I enjoy it. If you like contract fulfillment, resource management, moving up tracks, simultaneous kind of hidden information type stuff, this is a good one. It's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is this one's. We kept saying throughout the thing is how smooth this game went. It's just it's one of those where the actions, the board's designed in such a way you take your actions, you go from top to bottom of the board. You may take the first action. Who goes first? She picks, then I pick. Then we move to the next action, and down, all through all the actions.
Yep.
It's really easy to teach, smooth. I consider it a midweight Euro game. It's one of those 90-minute-ish smooth. Actually, it's less than that. It's probably an hour game. It's really it's really for 2 players.
For 2 players, for sure.
I enjoy it. It's a good one. And it's a Portal game with a decent rule book. So,
man, you're just throwing out these things. It's a good thing I'm sitting down.
Well, I think the company that had it before them, I think they just completely copied the book. They didn't use the same rule book.
It's kind of messed up, but that's fair.
Anyway, it's a cool one. Oh, and you have, on top of all that, you have asymmetrical superpowers. So you're a printer, and you have special abilities that are different from everybody else. So,
yep.
it's a good one.
It is a good
Gutenberg.
Wow. Did you work on that one? Did you play?
No, I just.
Oh, wow. That's
Number 6.
and I'm still trying to recover from that terrible joke.
Good. It's a good one.
No, don't repeat that. Oh, jeez.
It's a good one, bro.
Oh, gosh. Why?
What's your number? What are we on? 6?
My number 6, yes. It's probably floated around with some people's list too, and that is Arc Nova. We're part of that group that played it this year, and it was like, this is pretty darn good. Really enjoyed this one.
You'll see a picture in a second.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
There you go.
So you're building an arc.
No, you're not.
New arc.
You're not building an arc.
What are you talking about? It's an arc.
No, there's no arc.
You're trying to save the world.
Unless you're saying it's a park.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny that they call it Arc Nova, but in the concept of saving and helping conserve wildlife and stuff, that's the concept.
It's got a very
The theme is
conservationist theme to it.
Yeah, the theme is there. But yeah, you have this really cool. I really like. There's so many different aspects of this game that's really fun. I don't think it has quite the smoothness that something like Gutenberg has, but it has a lot of the elements and mechanisms and stuff that we really enjoy playing, and it's got a hefty meat to it, and it's got animals. We all love animals. From what I understand, like, I know Austin was mentioned earlier, like the Dice Tower copy of games is just ridiculous anymore. Yeah. He put in little plastic animals or something in there, which is ridiculous, because everything's normally just little flat cardboard pieces, but they went crazy over the top. So you got this park, and you're going in and you're Tetrising in different types of animal pins and stuff like that, and then you're working on getting different types of animals that you're going to want to put in the pins and how you do that. And some of them you're kind of rescue animal-ish, so like after a while you might want to release them back into the wild. So it's more than just conservation and stuff. It's also, I guess
rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation. Thank you. Too much language in my brain today, I guess.
Little wordy.
Little wordy. Nice. That was good. So some of them you set free, but then that does, like the land is no longer used and this and that. So you're playing around with when I want to do what with the land and this and that. And you also want to kind of try to fill up your map. It's one of those that the more area you've got covered, the better off you are points-wise. There's a lot of stuff going on with it. It's a pretty hefty game. I'm kind of honestly surprised in a lot of ways that this is as popular as it is, being as heavy as it is.
Yeah, it's a heavy.
Because
it's a heavy.
This is a heavy game, and I am just surprised at how people have fallen in love with this, because a lot of times the heavier stuff, everyone's like, this is fun, but not for me.
It's pretty heavy.
Like, I'm not surprised when New York Zoo did really well, but this one's got so much more meat to it, because it's really cool. It's a fun theme. We don't see a lot of heavy games with animal themes, and I think that's one of the reasons this one hit so well.
Yeah, a lot of the animal themed games are midweight or lighter type.
And so this is kind of
I like
pretty
it
cool.
almost as much as you do. Maybe
Almost.
exactly as much as you do. My number 6.
That's awesome. Well, see, it's a number 6 kind
So I already kind of mentioned back when we were talking about Boone Lake, the gimmick in this is the action selection thing, is that you have 5 different actions. You have like building, getting animals, conservation, junk like that. And you have 5 cards in front of you, and you can pick any action you want, and they're going to be powered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So your far right card is going to be a 5 power, whereas your first card is going to be a power 1. You have ways to boost that up a little bit with spending resources, but for the most part, and then when you take that action, you you lift and shift it to the front. Now it's a 1 power, and everything else shifts up.
Yeah.
So you can't just. A lot of these heavier games, you can say, I'm going to focus in on this strategy.
Yeah, so I'm going to put animal, and then I'm going to put another animal, and then I'm going to put another animal.
But you can't do that as well in this game, because you're getting this weak action over and over and over again. And you can, like I said, you can boost it, but you're going to run out of those boosts, and then you're going to have crappy action every time. You have to kind of go, okay, I'm going to do a couple of things, and then I'll do that one again, and I'll do a couple other things, and I'll do that one again. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it forces you to diversify, but it's kind of probably more efficient to diversify when you do that. And that's really cool. But like I said, it's heavy. I would consider this almost Lacerda level in the
There's a lot to it.
in the teach of
There's
it.
a lot to
It is heavy, which, like she said, I'm surprised that it's rocketing up the top 100 on Board Game Geek, because
Hey, I think overall maybe everybody's getting a little heavier on their board game.
super heavy game. Super heavy game.
But I toy with the idea. You guys are like, oh, it's building a zoo, but yeah, but it's kind of more like a conservation wildlife refuge kind of concept more than just a zoo.
Well,
because
zoo too.
they don't. I don't know. Just the way the feel I get from it. And
I think honestly, I think it's funny because I do think that the animals probably help. The little animal figurines that
I would see that
because you don't really see it because you got this tableau of all these different animal pens, but the animals aren't really assigned to specific pens.
It's weird. Yeah, they're just kind of
But you have a tableau of animals. There is a pens out there somewhere.
They're not physically.
But they're not physically. This animal is sitting in this pen. It's sitting in a pen that's big enough to hold it.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's interesting too, like there's other things that I think are really fun. Someone was mentioning it in the chat too about the different countries and stuff, and you can get specializations.
Right.
But that sometimes can be, I don't want to say luck of the draw, but if someone snipes them from you, you have to wait to the next round for that continent to become available again.
Right.
And sometimes then the animals don't cooperate. So now you're like, yes, I got this discount for African animals. They're all European now. That's awesome.
Right.
So you got to have your plan A and your plan B, and just like heavy Euro type games and stuff. It's pretty fun. There was a question in the chat. Did you get the map pack for Art?
No, I did not.
Gen Con? Okay.
Because we play games so infrequently. We tend to go back and do the basic map
a lot of times right now.
And we haven't even touched I think they have an advanced side on the back. We haven't even touched those yet.
Yeah, we haven't played with that one yet.
So, no.
It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen.
I may pick it up at some point, though, because it does have some interesting, they're very different. They're very asymmetrical maps in that map pack. So,
right.
Another thing I want to mention before we move on from Art Nova, the other thing I like about it is, it flew out of my head. Oh, the scoring, the way the scoring works. You have a conservation track, and you have a victory points, prestige, whatever you want to call it, track. And it's got that where they cross and how far they cross is your score. So you could potentially have negative points if you don't get to where you cross. But as soon as someone crosses, then the in-game kind of triggers, and then you got all the bonus points, and then however far apart those two have overlapped is your actual score. In the first game we played, I got negative score. Because,
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's right. That was one of the negative things that I think if you look back and we talk about our first take after playing it.
You do all that and you got a negative score. It's like, feels like you failed.
But, and that's just the way the scoring system works. It would be the same thing as saying I got 57 and you got 12.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or something like, it's the same thing, but not the same thing.
Anyway, it's a good one. I don't think it's top. What is there now? Is it like number 3 or something crazy? Geek.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, people need to calm down, but it's good. It's good.
They do need to calm down.
But it doesn't have time for conservation.
Number 5.
Number 5. Man, we keep talking about these. This is like my want to revisit games list as well right now. Oh my gosh.
That's for sure.
Number 5 is Meeples and Monsters. And I feel like, I don't know if it was the timing when this one came out or what, I feel like this one's starting to fly under the radar. I haven't heard buzz about this.
This one, it seems like
it's so good.
In the pan. I mean, Kickstarter's fulfilled and we haven't heard that much about it.
Yeah, and it's a great game. I mean, it's just a little like, you're the little adventurer meeples and you're going around doing stuff, but you also, everybody's got their roles and you get to like bolster them with stuff and equipment and things and go out and do stuff. And I'm like, it's awesome. I love it. Because if I remember right, it's worker placement as well.
Yes.
It's got like all these mechanisms we really like.
Right.
It's got cute little meeples. They got cool little special powers and you get to like make them all unique and do different things. Crickets. I'm not hearing anything about this.
We heard a little, like I said, we heard a little bit when it fulfilled, and we haven't heard much since.
Man. Yeah, you need to go check this one out. It checks all the boxes.
You could go out and fight monsters.
You get to fight monsters with your little team that you create. I mean, it's adorable.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Why are we not hearing it? And
It's got one of those things where you have to kind of you have to assign workers in phases. So you have to decide, okay, how many am I going to do here and there and later on.
You have to think that through.
Lots of games do that. I mean, Viticulture is one of the first, I think, to kind of do that. But lots of games done it since. So.
Yeah, it's great. I feel like this one really went under the radar. So
not as under the radar as.
Like what?
Boone Lake.
That's 2 words.
Boone.
I will die on this hill.
Lake. Oh, like
This is good.
It's so funny because I remember we said, "Oh, we got to play this one again," and we haven't played it.
Oh, it just
This is the year of one play games.
oh my god, it's painful.
We probably count on
Painful.
2 hands the number of games we played multiple times this year.
2 hands? I think you're being ambitious.
I would say close to 10 that we played multiple times.
Okay, there's some little games. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, the bigger games we haven't repeated because we got to so many games we haven't got to. I got Toku over there.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Got Terracotta Army right there. Anyway, so but like it's a good one. We already kind of talked about it when you talked about it. I like how you kind of spread out over the map.
Oh,
different
it's
regions
great.
you go to. There's a little river. There's a lot of Euro games that you have you traveling down a river.
You like that though. You like to be on boats. You've mentioned this before.
I do like being on boats.
So maybe as soon as you saw Boon Lake, you're like, this is an insta buy because
Yeah, it's kind of has it got that Rajas of the Ganges thing where you're traveling down
yes,
the river.
it gives you that vibe. It does give you that vibe.
It's a good one. I want to play this one again. When we get through this deluge of unplayed games.
Yeah, it's true though. How long has it been since we played Boon Lake? Ooh, January, like when it came out. I'm on a boat.
January?
Yeah, it's been
I think it was
since
January.
it was January, February latest.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, oh, we need to do that.
Yep. I really enjoyed this one. I remember
many
because it
good
has the little thing that has a. I can't even remember how there's a cool thing of how the action selection works up at the top. Mm-hmm.
It's just so much fun, and it's like, oh, what? It's mocking us right now.
All right.
So many games are mocking us.
Let's see.
Number 4.
I know I gotta change.
Uh-oh.
Number 4.
Number 4. My number 4 will probably come as no surprise, except for maybe why isn't it higher to some people, and that is Creature Comforts. Yeah. Okay. As soon as Hunter showed us the little preview thing that they had for it, Nessa and I were hooked, man. We're like, this is the cutest stinky game. It must come out now. It seemed like it took forever to come out. It came out. We were not disappointed. This is probably my most played game this year, as Hunter has pointed out to me.
There's no doubt this is our most played game this year.
I can get Nessa to play with us.
Yeah,
And she plays it every time. She's like, yeah, I'll play that. And so we've played it a lot. And oh, it's so cute. Your little cute little, the art is adorable. Your little animals, and you're setting up your house to be the coziest for the winter. And so you're gathering all your resources. So it's like action selection, worker placement, whatever. You don't really block each other. But you go around and collect these resources, and then you're buying cards that have great combos and stuff like you get pantry, but you need to have like these, you put a bunch of resources on it, gives you a bunch of extra victory points, or you get a scarf, but if you have ice skates with it, it's +2 victory points, or bread with the soup, or stew. There's a stew also, and there's one that's board games, of course, because they put one with board games, and there's just amazing. It's adorable. It's cute. There's little visitors that come every round that give you a special power or certain actions that you can do to trade resources, try to get things that may not be available in the woods and stuff during that time of year because it's seasonal. Oh, it's so cute. There's so many things going on. The pieces are cute. The design for the game, the way they have it stored in the box is good. It's like everything about it is just really well made and designed. It's really fun to pull out and teach. I don't mind teaching it. I mean, that says something.
It's a good one.
Adorable game.
It's a good one. It reminds me a lot of like Animal Crossing, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's very chill. It's real fun. There's not a lot of pressure because it's not like people really block you too much.
Yeah, there's no blocking there. I mean, there's a little pressure luck in terms of you don't know what dice are going to roll, but
you're guessing.
So basically, you put your workers on places to get stuff. Like, maybe I want to go here and get 3 mushrooms, but I need to have a 6, a die with a 6 on it.
Right.
And you only rolled your 2 personal dice. There's 3 community dice, so you're like gambling. Like,
oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'll make you need a 2 dice to add up to 7, and you're like, oh, I don't have to.
And there's mitigation stuff you can get. Like if you go to a place and you lose the gamble, you don't end up with the dice for it.
Right.
It's called a lesson learned, and you get these little plus or minus tokens that you can do to tweak your dice the next time. It's adorable. So even your lessons learned. I mean, that's so like almost elementary school happy cutesy. I love it. It's adorable. Just a really, really sweet game.
It is adorable. But not on my list.
Because you played it too much?
No,
No, too light?
it's a little too light.
Too light. Too light for 100.
It's much lighter than whatever this is, because I don't know what my number 4 is.
You don't even remember what your number 4 is?
Meeples Monsters!
Yeah, you like it even more than me.
I love this game. It's my kind of game. I like the
So cute.
I like that you build up your little guys, you make your warrior more powerful, and your wizard gets some cool abilities, and you build up and you go out and fight monsters, and you're fighting all these monsters. And eventually you fight the big epic boss monster at the end. Could have used for a better name maybe, but it's good. I like it, and I really like the fact that you have to kind of choose. Okay, I've got these workers. Do I go out and get a special ability? But if I spend the workers there, then maybe I can't level one of them up, or maybe I can't go do this worker placement spot that I want to do.
All good choices too.
Right,
It's
and you
really
kind of
fun.
got to allocate your workers on how you want to do things, and then there's kind of a race to build up enough to fight the boss monster at the end, because that's where you get a bunch of points for wiping those guys out. Some of them there's some monsters that everyone can fight, but there's some that they're only be able to be fought once or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, we need to play this again. This is one of the ones, another one that I really want to play.
It's just so much fun, and it kind of gives you that RPG kind of feel to it, because you're going on your quest, you're going on your adventure, you're gonna go fight this stuff with all your dudes, and
right.
it's just,
She had like one time, the one game we played. We actually played it live, so you can watch. Us play. But she built up like her mage had like 7 powers or some craziness. I'm like, what is going on?
putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little dangerous, but
She definitely built her characters up much more powerful than mine. So anyway, it's a good one, and you're totally right. We don't hear nothing about this game.
and it bothers me because it's really good.
Especially it says I believe it's AEG. I want to say it's AEG.
It looks like the emblem in the corner.
So it's not like it's like a small no-name publisher or something.
No, they came out. They should have some more buzz with this.
Maybe we're just not hearing about it. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. You hear about it? Find out about it.
Number 3.
I suspect this one's higher on Hunter's list, or the same. I can't imagine that this is not on your top 3.
Challenge accepted.
I know a shortcut. This is Merchants of the Dark Road. This game, he's quiet. I'm pretty sure this is on the list.
It might. You don't know. You don't know me.
I know you. This is another one of those games I want to get to the table. Okay, that's
I
it.
want to play with more
That's it.
people. I want to
We're
play.
calling in sick for a week, and we're just gonna binge all the.
I'm taking vacation like every week in the last month.
Oh.
Going to conventions.
I'm gonna take a week. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I need you out of this meeting for a second. Play this game. But yeah, it's so good, and it's got fun little neat aspects to it. You're going around and you're a merchant, and you might take the dark road, take a shortcut. I don't know, it's great. But you go and you gather up your stuff, and you're getting a bunch of goods, and you go around and do a bunch of different things in town, and then you can go out and sell them in different places, and one of them is a little more dangerous than the other. But people can go along for the ride. But what I like is your player board itself, you actually have your little cart and everything, and you have to Tetris all of your cargo and stuff in it. So you can't just go and just hoard up on a whole bunch of stuff and just sell it. No, it's got to fit in your cart.
Right.
So you need a little bit of puzzly manipulation. You got to figure out where you're going when and getting all the stuff to maximize your trip, because it is expensive. It's a little difficult to go make that trip to go sell stuff. So you want to make sure that what you do in town and everything to get ready is the best. You want to fill that up and make the most out of your trip. Absolutely, so much fun. It's so much fun. And this is another one of those games I felt was really smooth.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't feel like this one was, excessive weird tweaky rules or things like that. It felt like the turns were really smooth. It was really easy once we got into the groove. Really easy to go through the turns.
Right.
So, and if I remember right too, it had really good like player aids and stuff like that too with it. Good components.
It's okay.
There'll be more said about it. I'll leave it in broad sweep.
It's okay.
That's a lie.
What's my number 3?
And Merchants of the Dark Road?
No.
No? It's higher, I know.
Carnegie. Carnegie is my number 3.
Okay.
Heavy Euro game. I really enjoyed this one. I played this. Actually, I was so interested in the game. I actually played it solo on Board Game Arena. That's never happens. But
Wow.
so I was so excited.
Wow. Okay.
And it did live up to the billing. It is a great heavy Euro game. It's got so many great mechanisms on it. It's got these little, you have all these little worker guys that you're assigning to different departments. So you have like a office building, has different departments.
It's so cool.
You have like HR, and you have like marketing and sales and all sorts of different buildings. And you assign your little meeples to all these little different rooms, and they give you different powers, different abilities you want to do. And there's rules on how you move the meeples between different areas. And so basically, I want to maximize this thing. I have to find a way to get all the guys to move over to that area to do that. And you send these people off to do like, what do you call it? Missions. Go on missions to do good deeds or whatever you want, whatever
Philanthropy.
That's the word. Yeah, the out in the world.
I had a word. I can't get a word.
And you go out and send them. You get stuff for that. But the problem is those guys are out there and they only come back. There's a kind of a when they come back. It's kind of, I wouldn't say random, but there's each person gets to pick an action each turn, and the action may say, okay, the ones in the east are going to come back this turn, and then when they come back, that's how you get your income. And if you have more guys in that area, when they come back, you get more income.
It's such a gamble when you send people out. You kind of want to see, okay, it looks like we already had the West recently, so probably don't want to put anybody there for a while, right? Because you know you're not going to get them back.
Well, you can see where they actually
you can see where it's going to go, cycle through, but
you don't know what actions people are going to take. Because maybe it's like the one action, it may be 2 over, so someone has to take that action twice before it'll trigger. But they may go several turns.
Especially if you see that, like, I don't have any meeples there, but Hunter does, and I'm like, no, I don't feel like going there right now. You know?
So it's a good one. You got all these. It was like a whole pile of different achievements you could try to go for, milestones, whatever you want to call them. It has a cool upgrade system. So there's 5 different things you can upgrade. It has a little slide bar that slides out that upgrades.
That is cool. That is cool.
Triple layer board with a little thing that slides in, and you slide it out as you upgrade it. So that's really cool. I just like it. It's a great production. It's a great game, but it is heavy. It is kind of a lot to teach. And people are very asymmetrical. So when you start out your little business, it's going to look very similar. But as you draft in new rooms or new offices in your building, your board's going to be very different. Even if we have the same kind of tiles, they're going to be in different locations. So maybe the movement's going to be different on how easily we can move meeples between the different areas.
That was something that I was impressed with because I was worried about that. Is the movement between the buildings was a lot easier to do than I thought. I was afraid once you move them, they're stuck there. But they had a lot of different ways that you could move.
And you can upgrade your ability to move.
To move, yeah. And you could shift your upgrades. That was kind of cool too. Like, I'm not moving people around much more. I could downgrade that ability and bolster something else.
Right.
But you don't get to do that a lot in other games. A lot of times it's a permanent change, right? When you upgrade something, it's upgraded forever. In Carnegie, it's not the case. It's like, okay, we're shifting paradigms, Got to get the corporate lingo going here. So then they change all of the
corporate.
I'm not. But yeah, so you get to change what you've upgraded and specialize in that. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Synergy is the word you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. Synergy is the newer buzz. Okay, my bad. Back when I was doing corporate
stuff. Let's synergize on to number 2.
Paradigms.
Number 2.
I think I know your number 1, but I have no clue what your number 2 is.
Oh, you do. You do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
You do.
I don't know.
Gutenberg.
Oh, number 2?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Number 2, Gutenberg. Basically, all he said and more. We don't have the cool, insane bits that like Dice Tower threw into theirs, although this would be a game that I wouldn't mind splurging and getting cute little ink bottles like they do. Right. Because it's just, oh my gosh. This reminds me of Pillars of the Earth, in that the board is so well done. Once you learn how to play the game, you're going to be able to go through the turns because it's just top to bottom. They've got it there. You don't need to keep referring back to the rules. I love that. Like, this is not one of those games where I'm like, okay, I don't remember how to play this. We could probably jump into that game right now, and I barely have to look up anything to remember, which given the 10 million games we have, that's saying something, because a lot of times it's just like out my brain. And this is, it's smooth. It's really a fun, oddly enough, a fun theme. Why is it the driest themes? I mean, winemaking and printing press and some of our favorite games have the weirdest themes.
I don't know if it's necessarily the theme. It's the flow of the game.
That could be.
Sense, right?
That's true.
Like you get
That's
your ink,
true.
you get your typesets, you get your contracts, you get it's
Right.
very, and viticulture is very much organized in
Yeah.
how it flows. It's
Yeah.
just smooth and it makes sense. The part A makes sense to part B to part C. It all flows together.
Yeah.
It makes sense in how you're
And
doing it.
oddly enough, it doesn't seem to happen that often. Like
Yeah.
boards don't often have that. It's just not, for whatever reason, it's not very common. So when it happens, you're just like, no, you know, the heavens have parted and the sun is beaming down kind of thing, right? And I absolutely love that. So everything he said and more, I don't need to like keep belaboring the point, but I really, really, really liked it.
Yeah, you did really like this one. I think we played this one back to back.
We did.
It's one.
We did have time.
It's one of those 10 that we've played
It's
more
one
than
of
once.
the ones. And did we get some special? No, we didn't get the cool little ink things, but
No, we got the
maybe that'll last
we got
for
the bare
after
bones
Christmas.
retail version.
Yeah, I would
Little-
say a Christmas upgrade is in the future. That's Christmas worthy right there. It's good stuff.
My number 2, she called it. I know a shortcut.
I know a shortcut.
Merchants of Dark Road. This is such a good game. I love this game. I love this game. I love how the so basically you got this. You're basically in a city or a village or however you want to say it. And it's kind of a rondel. Your little wagon guys going around and around in circles. You're going and picking up things to sell. You're picking up contracts. You're picking up people that are going to
I
travel with
forgot
you.
about the hitchhikers. Yeah,
You're picking
yeah.
up people that want to go with you. They want to go to the city, and I happen to be going that way, so why don't you come with me, and I'll take you to the place you want to go. You're getting upgrades. You're doing all sorts of fun stuff, and then eventually you're gonna go, okay, I'm ready. I'm organized. I'm all situated. I'm ready to go hit the dark road, and you head out. And what's cool is the other players can go, hey, I'm pretty well organized. I got some stuff I can do there. I'm going to go on with you. So it's kind of like they piggyback on your action to go out to do that. So it feels, for me, for a Euro game, it feels very thematic in the way that you're a merchant. You're organizing your wares. You're getting people to come with you. You're deciding which town to go to and how to maximize which goods I can sell where. And this good is really valuable here, but it's not very as valuable at this other place. Or maybe I don't even want to go to a town. Maybe I'm going to go explore these ruins and find something really cool.
Right.
So it's got dice stuff going on, which I love as well. And like she said, the little Tetrisy thing, it's not much to the game.
No,
It's a little bit.
it's so much fun.
It's like, oh, I want to sell this wizard staff, but it's like humongous. It's going to take up too much room.
You're all gonna make money though. So it's like, how many can I get?
So it's really cool. I really enjoy that game.
It's a lot of fun.
awesome.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the hitchhikers too, because you get a little benefit for
Yeah, because they want to go to that same city. It's like, oh, hey, this guy can tag along.
I think they have unique benefits too, if I remember right. Don't
They give you like a power while they're with you or something.
Yeah,
I can't
something
remember
really cool.
exactly. Again, that's
So-
one of our one plays. So fun.
Yeah. But
It's time for number 1.
Number 1.
all right. Okay, mine. Number 1. Drum roll. Dead Reckoning.
You're totally right. I completely forgot a game.
You did.
I didn't log the play of it.
That's what I was wondering. As I was like, I had
Asterisk.
Oh,
It's not even written down.
but you know what's funny? You told me. So my number 1, and Hunter's as well. I can't believe that either. You're killing me. Dead
She
Reckoning.
forgets a game.
I know. What is this role reversal? You are getting senile. Oh my goodness.
Where would it go? Okay, you go.
Number
talk.
1.
You talk. I got to figure. No, it would be number 1.
What? Oh, we need to talk. So hold on. Where's that technical difficulty? Okay, so Dead Reckoning. This is Merchants and Marauders was like one of our favorite games. This was our Merchants and Marauders killer. This is a pirate game of all sorts of exploration, fighting goodness. It's got gimmicks. It's got card crafting. You guys know that's one of my favorite mechanisms, and the gimmick is one of those little towers with the cube tower. Like, it's got a little dice tower thingy, and you throw them down, and then in the bottom where the dice fall are going to be like the damages that you roll for the battles. It's crazy gimmicky. It's amazing. It's a great way to determine battles. It's just hysterical. You're going around and exploring, and you explore, you get more card crafting stuff and treasures and things that you can use to buy said card crafting stuff that you want to go get. You kind of get a little territory going and stuff. And it's just piratey goodness. All the things that you got to get from Merchants and Marauders without the ginormous set of rules and dead time and
time between turns.
The time between turns is
between turns.
killer. And you just don't have that in this game.
Yeah.
And it's just, I do miss some of the things like having all the countries against you and stuff. There's some aspects to Merchants and Marauders
That's coming in the Kickstarter.
It's like
if someone has to get back to everything that I don't have in the Kickstarter.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
They added another campaign. They added, which adds like countries.
Good.
You can be pirateers for different countries. And
it's so
adds another
good.
campaign, which adds more stuff.
You guys, it's so good.
Anyway.
It's
And
so much fun.
a couple other things I didn't have. I didn't have the player mat. We didn't get a player mat. I got a player mat.
Oh, good.
Anyway. Yeah, Dead Reckoning is my number one as well.
A lot of the table. That's probably one of our biggest table hogs, though.
Yeah, it's a
It
table
makes
hog.
this table look small. It's terrifyingly large.
But yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
It's got that sweeping epic scope, and
I love the battles are just you drop some cubes
battles
in a
are
cube
amazing.
tower and you see what happens.
I get tired of the battles. You guys
You
know
can
about
get
that
re-rolls. You
fighting
can get
bits.
re-rolls. You can pick up some cubes and
Fighting with this is
drop them in
fantastic.
potentially. But it's quick and it's
quick,
very
it's
random
simple.
and it's like a stand-up moment when you drop the cubes in.
Yeah.
It's
like we all have a shot,
amazing
right?
game. Rebecca reminded me I missed the game. It's sitting right in front of
Right
me.
in front of you, and I know I have not played this yet.
That's why I guess I didn't think about it because we
That
didn't
could
play
be.
together. Yeah, Terracotta Army. Would have forgot it. It would have been my number 3. So
Okay.
kick Hippocrates off the list.
Ooh,
Shift everything down and put it at number 3.
that's fair.
Dead
Yeah,
Reckoning, Merchants of the Dark Road, Terracotta Army, number 3.
I can't believe you forgot
It's
Terracotta.
not like I missed. It wasn't even on my short list. It wasn't on any.
I knew this was your number one, and I'm like, you told me you loved Terracotta Army, and I hadn't seen it. Put it down.
I do like Merchants of the Dark Road better and Dead Reckoning better than
okay.
Terracotta Army. But
Yeah.
I completely missed it.
Yeah, there.
What's funny is sitting right in front of me. I actually put my list in with it sitting right next to me. And I didn't
happens.
notice.
It happens. But yeah, it's. I'm excited to play that because you're so excited about that
It's
game.
really good. It is really good. Terracotta
So
Army is really good.
it's amazing, and man, I cannot tell you Dead Reckoning enough. I feel like there's not enough buzz about this game either, quite frankly.
Well, because it's only the Kickstarter is the only people who have it is the Kickstarter.
Okay,
people.
that makes more sense. I feel like we should be like, buzz.
They're in a retail version of it.
That is dumb. They would make money.
No,
This is so
they
good.
just re-kickstarted it again.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then they're gonna make money.
Yeah. I cannot believe I missed Terracotta Army. I love that game.
I know. Probably
sad
you
now.
probably didn't think about it.
All right, let's start over. Take it from the top. Hold on.
Amazing.
Hold on.
Number 10.
All right.
You're so fine.
My new number 10.
Oh my gosh. So
We'll recap.
okay.
Number 10.
No, we did you.
World Empires.
We do.
I'm sad now.
Okay, so short list stuff.
All
I
right.
feel like I have a billion. You guys have mentioned
I've got
something.
20 games on my short list.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And I noticed some of you all have been playing some new to you games that are awesome too, and it's so exciting to see those. Like Neutral, I saw that you're like hyped up about Res Arcana, and that made me so happy because I'm like, that's one of my favorite games too.
Yep.
So good. But and I saw, I think it was Corley was talking about Yukon Airways. I hadn't even heard of that game.
TJ mentioned it too. Well,
Okay.
he's probably commenting on that. Yeah.
Chatting with it.
No, it was out in the hot games in Wordy and GeekCon. We never got around.
Oh, bummer. Okay, because I don't remember that. I was like, I hadn't heard that one. So that's cool. I'm intrigued now. You guys always have such good
I'm gonna fly through my short list.
Oh, Quest for El Dorado. Yeah.
Chinatown, It's a Wonderful Kingdom, Snakes,
I love snakes.
Warsaw. I don't know. It's got more name to it that, but Warsaw.
Okay.
Creature Comforts. Arch Rivals.
It was Arch Rival.
Arch
that
Rival.
That was an old game.
Geekopolis.
Geekopolis.
Star Trek Missions. Stella. Top 10.
Yeah, top 10, baby.
St. Petersburg, which is an oldie but a goodie.
That is another one.
Zapotec. Give me that. Imperial Settlers. Rolling Right.
Okay.
Raiders of Scythia. Return to Dark Tower. There's so many games.
Oh, there's some good
Great
ones.
British Baking Show. And Port Royal.
Nice. I had a bunch of those too, and I'm going to add the Builders that played. You said Imperial Settlers Rolling, right? Star Trek Missions, you said those. Oh, Cthulhu Death May Die. Oh, the other one, a little white silly game that we played. Taco Cat Goat Cheese
That was
Pizza.
a horrible game.
That game
I think it was a 2 or a 3. That game was
Whatever, it was great. I
love you, gaming wife.
had fun with that. Oh, Port Royal. That was another one that was on my short list that I don't think I saw Trogdor on here.
No Trogdor.
Trogdor introduced me to that game, us to that game actually, and that was really fun. And we have it now. So, and then you mentioned Origins in your list and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
We gonna get on out of here.
It's true.
So next time is our variety show where we do a variety of things. We'll be doing some goofy stuff.
Always
I have a couple of games to talk about, not a lot,
fun times,
but we'll do some silly stuff.
possibly.
So you know what it's time for?
What time is it, dear?
Time to go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.